Hi, I'm Chris Rogers from Rockin' Waves 11294, and you're watching WGS-TV.
Hello everyone, welcome to another installment of WGS-TV right here on YouTube.com. So it's WrestleGamer and FXTV. I'm the WrestleGamer WB, and before we get to the NXT review for the week of November 20th, 2014, I'd like to introduce a very quick news segment. It's just a little bit of a shout out. I'll call it the WGS-TV YouTube Spotlight. And this week it goes to Annie Tyler. The link to her channel is going to be right up here in an annotation and in the description box. She's kind of a food critic here on YouTube, so check her out. Give her a sub and tell her you heard it right here on WGS TV. Now on to the NXT review this week. Again, a program that I really look forward to watching because honestly, it's the only real show that actually has decent talent to watch in the WWE as of late, and puts out a very good, decent product, and especially when it pertains to their women's division with Bayley and Becky Lynch. Again, I just don't understand why WWE doesn't let their main roster divas perform at the same level as NXT ones. They're much better than the main ones. I just don't understand that. Becky Schoolgirls Bayley and Holster Tice to get the victory. Charlotte Flair comes out and tries to help Bayley, Becky Lynch, and Sasha Banks. They run out of there, and that's pretty much it for that. Backstage, Charlotte says, "You know what? Stay away from Sasha Banks. I'm gonna be there next week to help you." Bayley kind of looks a little tentative, but you know that's the way they're pulling off the angle. The Vaude Villains, Simon Gotch and Aiden English, were next to, I guess, start cutting a promo for their title match with the Lucha Dragons, Kalisto, and Sin Cara. And they kind of pull a DX move in a sense. They kind of had two midgets go out there in Lucha gear and called them the Lucha Dragons and kind of had a, quote, match with them. And it came down to Aiden English hitting a neckbreaker on a midget. I don't really know if you want to call that a match. Baron Corbin. I'm not saying Baron Corbin is untalented in what he does. The thing that gets him, I don't know why the fans are gravitating towards him for having 20-second matches. I mean, what can you really see out of a guy in 20 seconds? What can you see from anybody in 20 seconds? What can you see from me in 20 seconds? Can't see much. So I don't understand why they're making this such a big deal. I don't understand why the NXT fans are just, they just flock to him whenever he has a 20-second match. Like I said, I'm not saying he's talented. I'm not saying he's not talented. I'm just saying 20-second matches are really starting to get a little bit irritating. Just a little. Did it to Eliah, Sampson, hit the end of days and get the victory. And I guess now they're probably going to start pushing towards an angle with Bull Dempsey, because Bull Dempsey came immediately after the match against Steve Cutler, and the fans were just kind of getting on Bull Dempsey's case, saying Baron's better because Bull's match went further than 22 seconds, which was the recorded time for Corbin and Sampson. But Bull ended up hitting a flying headbutt on Cutler to pick up the victory. But the way the commentator team was starting to word it, it kind of really sounds like they're going to start really pushing towards Baron Corbin and Bull Dempsey, as Baron Corbin's probably first real worked angle in NXT. And I really want to see how they work that, because if they put Baron Corbin in there and told him, you know what, you're going to go over on Bull Dempsey in 20 seconds, to me, that's just a big slap in the face of Bull Dempsey. I mean, the dude's been there for quite some time. Baron Corbin, about his third, fourth weekend in NXT, and put him over and tell him, you have to do it in 20 seconds? No, that's an insult in my opinion. Tyson Kidd and CJ Parker, the hippie of NXT, he's out to save the earth and save the world and dude and stuff like that, and he's got all the locks and whatnot. But a fairly decent match. Can't say anything bad about it. Tyson Kidd would lock on the sharpshooter on CJ Parker, and then kind of throw out a challenge to Finn Balor and Hideo Itami about concerning what happened last week. So Tyson Kidd was throwing out his first big challenge to Finn Balor. And to be honest, even though I did not put out a review last week of NXT, I apologize about that, guys and gals. But what I saw out of Finn Balor last week, I was very impressed. And he really does live up to the hype that they were giving him. And now, speaking of hype, speaking of big time hype for you indie wrestling fans who follow indie wrestling like I do, and you know the name of Steen, they put out a vignette for Somebody Coming, December the 11th. Very interesting. Next up we had Enzo Amore and Dash Wilder. I mean, Amore and Cassidy, they're just like, again, this era's D-Generation X. They're a couple of clowns almost in a sense, but they're funny, they're entertaining, they know how to work the crowd. And Enzo Amore's got this big spiel that the fans can follow. I don't know how well that would be put over on the main roster, since NXT is just basically at the University of Florida and Orlando, and the crowd knows Enzo Amore. I don't know how well the bigger crowds would know Enzo Amore and his little spiel that he does. But it came down to Cass hitting a big boot on Scott Dawson as Amore and Cass pick up the win. Then the Ascension would come out and attack both teams and then cut a promo towards Hideo Itami and Finn Balor, saying, you know what, we're not going away, we're coming after you. So I'm really looking forward to what they do, because the only thing we've seen out of those two teams was the fact it was just a beatdown from Balor and Itami towards the Ascension. I want to see how well they can work a match. And then the finale of NXT this week, Sami Zayn would come out to address his loss to Adrian Neville from the previous week, and kept saying, Adrian, if I can't beat you, then I will leave. Adrian didn't want to accept it because he felt that Sami Zayn was his friend, and he didn't want to be the person responsible for ending his dream. William Regal said, you know what, let's make it a match. Adrian Neville said, I still don't want to do it because I don't want to be responsible. Sami Zayn got very emotional and said, you know what, you're absolved of all responsibility. This is my decision. And that's pretty much how they end the program. So again, career versus title. I don't know. I mean, I just recently got the WWE Network, and just one of the reasons to watch NXT, and to take Sami Zayn off NXT, I don't know. I don't agree with that. Overall score on NXT this week is going to be a solid 4 out of 5. It was a very strong program. Best match of the night, it definitely ain't going to go to Baron Corbin, Eliah, Sampson, or Dempsey and the Cutler. I mean, again, can't see nothing out of somebody in 20 seconds. Which kind of leaves me with a couple of choices, and I'm going to go for the latter because I've always been very positive about the NXT Diva talent on the program. I'm going to go to Bayley and Becky Lynch for best match of the night. Worst match of the night, I have to do Corbin and Elias Sampson. Again, just 20-second. Basically, you see one or two moves and that's it. Until I can see a full-on set of from Baron Corbin, a match. When he works a match longer than 20 seconds, I cannot put a solid judgment on it. I just can't. I can't see nothing out of him if he does just one or two moves and then they cut the match off, and that's it. I can't. There may be fans out there for Baron Corbin, and you know what? If you like him, more power to you. I can't see anything out of him in 20 seconds. I just can't. So that's why I'm going to put that as worst match of the night. So what I want to know now from you guys out there, the viewers and subscribers, your thoughts on WWE NXT this week. What are your overall scores? What are your picks for best and worst match or segment of WWE NXT? I definitely want to hear what you guys have to say. Be sure you put your comments in the comments section below. Don't forget to like and favorite this video. Don't forget to check out this week's WGS-TV Spotlight. Annie Tyler with her link to her channel right here and in the description box. And also, don't forget to follow me on Facebook, facebook.com/WGS-TV. And don't forget to please subscribe to youtube.com/WrestleGamer and youtube.com/ZFXTV Network. So with that being said, I'm the WrestleGamer saying thank you very much for watching.